Welcome to the Twisted Tale. My name is George Riley. Today we are going to be tackling the whiskey sour. Whiskey sour, another classic American cocktail for you home bartenders to get stuck into. We are going to be using eggs with this whiskey sour. So you can make it without an egg white if you don't want to venture down this path. But we are going to use an egg white to net nice, frothy, luxurious head on our whiskey sour. And we're also serving ours up in a coupe glass, not on the rocks. So egg white really works well for this preparation. So to start everything off, we will tackle the eggs straight away. So for this, we are going to be using a shaker tin. So we have a typical two-part Boston style shaker with a top and a bottom. And we will be building everything in the large side of it, starting off with the egg. Don't worry about the egg. There are much greater things in this world going to kill us than salmonella. We've tackled salmonella right now. So as long as you're using a pasteurized egg, you have nothing to worry about with your raw egg white in here. So give it a quick crack. We want to open this up carefully so we don't spill any shell. And then we are just going to be straining off the egg white into the shaker whilst carefully keeping the egg yolk contained in the shell itself. This one separated quite nicely. Once we're done with that, you can discard the yolk or you can keep it and bake a cake. Okay, we have our egg white. Next, we're going to be moving into our liquids. Note I have not added any ice into the shaker tin yet, so we'll come to the reason why in a second. For our whiskey sour, we are located in Philadelphia, so we are going local, and we have chosen to use a cider cask finished wheat whiskey from Kinsey, which is just up the street from us here in Philly. This is a wheat-based whiskey, so it's really nice soft profile, but they're taking the used barrels from a cidery called Windridge, which is also in Philadelphia region, and they are filling those with the wheated whiskey to give it a nice finish profile, good little fruit complexity, which is going to pair well once we come to adding our citrus to this cocktail as well. So we're using 2 ounces. To measure, we have our jigger. We have 2 sides to the jigger, a large one and a small one. So our large one here is 2 ounces. The small one is 1 ounce, so we'll be using that one in just a second. If you don't have one of these at home, again, you can just use shot glasses, probably the easiest thing everyone has. Most shot glasses are either 1 ounce or 2 ounces. So as long as you're keeping your ratio correct with 2 to 0.75 when we get to our citrus, then you're going to be in balance with your cocktail. So 2 ounces of whiskey going straight in over the egg white into our shaker tin. All right, if you're clumsy like me, you want to put the lid straight back on, because if you knock it off, you've wasted all of your whiskey. Then we come to our citrus. For our whiskey sour, we're using just lemon juice. So we have 1 ounce of lemon juice. So remember our ratio. 2 ounces to 1 ounce. And then a little sweetening agent. We have our simple syrup, 3/4 of an ounce for the simple syrup. Simple syrup, very easy to make at home. You're just going to combine equal parts of sugar and boiling water. Let the sugar dissolve in there, cool it down, and you have it straight away. Okay, no ice for a reason. We're going to start off by shaking this 2 times. The first time with no ice. We call this a dry shake. We want to shake it really hard and emulsify that egg white into the rest of our ingredients in there, and it's going to help us get a really heavy, thick, frothy, foamy top to the drink when we come to shake it with the ice and strain it out. This is also a good workout. It's great for your triceps. It's like a little shake weight. Those things have gone for the ages, I think. All right. Now, when you shake with ice, it creates a vacuum which holds the tins together. When you shake without ice, you really want to keep those tins pushed together, otherwise you will have an eggy face quite quickly. Okay, we go straight into moving into the ice component. So we're adding the ice straight in here. That way we keep the little foam that we've just started to collect, and it doesn't dissipate too quickly. And then we go straight again. Just pick your favorite song and shake away to that. All right. Now when we strain, we're going to be doing a double strain. Important for two reasons. One, we've just shaken this ice, it's chipped off a lot, so you're going to have a lot of ice chips floating if you don't do that. But for the second reason, we've used an egg white. If for some reason that didn't break apart completely and you have a little bit of gooey egg, then you want to keep it in your strainer. So we'll go ahead. I'm out of breath. This cocktail better be worth it. So you see how it's pouring in there? It's almost completely white right now, but it's going to settle almost like a Guinness or something like that. Getting a few taps just to clear the last bit of liquid here through our tea strainer. Now you see really nice, luxurious head forming on the top. Our final little thing is just going to be for decoration. There's a little extra flavor component to it, but you can choose to use bitters. We're going to be using Angostura bitters for this one. You can make a little port wine reduction, red wine reduction, something like that, just to really layer over the top and give a little concentrated flavor as we're sipping this. But also, if we do it nice, it will be nice and decorative. So we're just putting a little drop of Angostura bitters around the edge of the glass. I was controlling that with a straw, just so if I went out of the bottle it would spray everywhere. But with a straw I can just do one little drip. And then we'll rake through it just to give a pretty little design. That looks good to me. Good enough to drink. Cheers to your whiskey sour.